Hello guys, GameReplays.org. This is Infinity. I'm gamecasting a 2.5 match. It's in the 2.5 is in the beta stages right now. It is definitely going to happen. This match right now, we're going to look at several things. First of all, this is Anarian on Game Replays, known as Aberrant. He's Mordor in the north, and this is against Freedom. He's in the south playing as Isengard. As we know in 2.4, a lot of people were frustrated with Isengard's four furnace strategy, and in 2.5, we're trying to balance out the some aspects of it, including wargs and their Howl ability. Now, Howl gives a big damage, but right now in this beta version of 2.5, Howl has been moved to level 2. There's also been slight changes to Zerkers. I'm not going to go in depth, but they're somewhat weaker right now. Only time will tell if we'll keep those changes. But for now, we're looking at a 2.5 beta match between Mordor and Isengard. Right now, Freedom is testing. He's using the four ferns, and we're going to see how effective this really is with the warg nerf. Right now, Anarian went two slaughterhouses, a pit, slaughterhouse, and another pit, which is a standard build order for Mordor in 1 versus 1. But as far as I know, he has not scouted, so I'm thinking he already knows Freedom is trying to use four ferns on him. And knowing with the warg nerf a bit, his spam might be able to overwhelm Freedom in a matter of minutes, unless Freedom can defend it. Now, personally, I'm not playing actively right now, but in 1 versus 1, after maybe 4 or 5 months with the four ferns being very popular, I just stopped using it in 1 versus 1 because I like conventional strategies better. Now in 2 versus 2, I love four ferns because it's the best all-around build orders Isengard, and there's really no questioning that. I'm guessing what Anarian is trying to do is basically flank the crap out of Freedom, so he has to constantly defend and not and doing so and defending. Anarian will be forcing Freedom to defend, and Anarian will be able to expand and do all kinds of crap and get Mordor's main forces on the field. Now Freedom's got his first warg out, and he's going probably through the middle. Now what Anarian's doing here is orc creeping. This is very good against four ferns because of the fast money you get, and this allows possibly for fast Easterlings or fast Naz. I personally go fast Naz after this to counter the wargs. See, now you can see this. He's throwing all the orcs in the middle for a distraction. And see, even with birds, the orcs still barely survive because of how being on level 2. Now by flanking the orcs a bit, there is some damage, but even with birds, wargs again have a hard time without the howl of taking all these orcs down. So you can see an economy boom isn't looking that great for Isengard in 2.5. Basically, I think this makes the trample somewhat like how it used to be before. I don't know exactly what changes they made, but this makes the warg trample a lot like it was in previous patches and creates the concept of Isengard being weak to spam. Now, Four Ferns made as the perfect counter to spam in 2.4, because of the how factor and several other things. Ignore the background. Now you see this? He's already got a fast Naz. So basically, right now, Anarian's basically doing whatever the heck he wants. He doesn't even have the need for pikes or anything yet. He's just spamming everything everywhere, and Freedom is just he's having a hard time coping with it. So you can already see the immediate effect, even in the first couple iterations of 2.5, that the Mordor Isengard matchup is going to be a lot different than it was in 2.4. In 2.4, Mordor, normal, to counter full forms, I would get a fast pike and creep, or do as what Anarian's doing, which is orc creeping to get a fast Naz. But doing so, because wargs are so strong, allows Eisen to economy boom even more and get their own creeps. So 2.5, it's really going to be different. 2.5, I'm guessing from the looks of this stuff so far, Isengard's gonna have to. They're gonna want to start with a pit, maybe a fast creep to Org, but they're definitely Orc Rush is probably gonna be seen a lot more in 2.5 in this matchup than it was in 2.4. Now with the Warg change, obviously it's not gonna only affect this matchup, but it's probably gonna affect other matchups like Isengard against Men. So I mean, this. I mean, we're still in the beta testing. It's still in. We're still testing this, but overall, right now, the Mortal Isengard matchup looks a lot more balanced. Now, I'm gonna point out here that I think Anarian is on host from the looks of this, so this could be affecting Freedom in a little way. Plus, both these players, they're not as active as they used to be. So, I mean, this, I mean, if they were pretty active, this I'm assuming the skill level would be a lot different, as they've both said in commenting on this game, they were both rusty and all kinds of stuff. So right now, what is Anarian doing? Still just spamming stuff, and you can see the difference. For Mordor, I think Mordor's gonna have a lot easier time. But then again, with the changes to the wargs, that means Mordor's gonna have to get some changes too to balance out. So as of now, we don't have, as far as I know, and the beta testers have not made any changes to orcs yet. Now we can see Anarian's getting pikes, and definitely the pike and orc combo is probably gonna screw Freedom quite a bit in this game. So I mean, from the looks of this, I mean, Mordor really doesn't. As in the early parts of 2.5, Mordor doesn't need much. They just need heroes and orcs, basically. And Narayan, if you wanted to, could just win this game just spamming heroes and orcs. Because I mean, Freedom is definitely pretty. He's a pretty skilled player, but I mean, it's gonna be hard with the changes to the wargs and stuff, and the way this game has gone for him to come back. And he's attacking through the